They said we would crumble without Dak, we would do nothing without Holtby, we would fluster without Rothwell. The Blackburn Rovers are in this playoff race, whether you like it or not. That's right, folks, back once again with another match review, this time picking apart an important Blackburn Rovers away day victory up against Charlton, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, where the heck have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe and keep your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, World Football related. We're going to all hear under Warowski. Now, of course, very huge result for Rovers, and I will talk about that in a minute, but I have to bring it up to your attention. It's been another Patreon, boys and girls. Absolutely incredible week for me, for the channel really, but incredible support from you guys. Do appreciate it. So let's welcome to the exclusive Patreon gang, Mitchell Shoney, boys and girls. Thank you so much, Mitchell Shoney. You are a living legend right here, right now, in my eyes anyway. Forever. I'm going to be forever in your debt for becoming a Patreon to the exclusive gang. He joins this week Aztec, Marky B. Mark, Constable 1976, LG and Cow, and of course the previous patrons, John Spurn, the flipping daddy of them all right there. Who else was it? It was Tom Clark and Tom Beresford. Patrons, much support to you. If you want to join that exclusive VIP gang, get in the old description. There is a link there to the Patreon. It's patreon.com/Roverseas. You can join for as little as a glass of water or a bottle of water a month, really. And it does wonders for me, mojo-wise, confidence-wise. I've got to shut up the gaffer here. He's talking away here. Slow down, Tony. I'll get to you in just a second. But yes, big support. Thank you so much for Mitchell and also the rest of the patrons. I do appreciate it. But what a day! What a few days! Flipping Blackburn Rovers, back-to-back wins. A stodgy one against Hull and a terrific one here against Charlton. So let's take a look at the match in a bit more detail, shall we? That's right, folks. 25,363 fans were in attendance to watch Blackburn Rovers picking up a 3-pointer here against a Charlton, an organised Charlton. They were no slouches. I think it was a game for a fiver. They probably could have... it was a good turnout, but... it was shitty conditions, wasn't it? Absolute miserable conditions. And I feel for Charlton a little bit. It wasn't like they were playing terrible. It's just they didn't take advantage of the opportunities that they had. They had a few golden opportunities to add some goals to their game today. Lyle Taylor is definitely a gem waiting to be stolen from Charlton, who were just they were just a little bit hard done by in the end. But we managed to take advantage of the weather and the circumstances and get the 2 goals. Two first half goals as well. The referee Andy Davis, an absolute shocker, and I'm sure both Charlton fans and Rovers fans can agree there. There were some very funny calls that should have went either way, but it probably all cancelled each other out. We had a penalty shout ruled out. We had a lucky escape from probably a red card maybe, but ultimately we got away with it. But the 2 goals, let's talk about them. John Buckley, that's right, coming in there in that exclusive or that illustrious number 10 role that's seen the end of Joe Rothwell for a bit. Daccarooni's gone. Rankin Costello died. Well, no, he didn't die. You know what I mean. But and Daccarino, all of those have come into that number 10 and been croxed with injury. But up stepped Buckley today. It was like that was definitely his best performance in the Rovers jersey in my eyes. Picking holes, picking little passes, tricky little bits of play, and that's the thing. I was actually watching the first half in Rovers commentary and listening in on it. Watching it, but listening in, on the Rovers, the biased Rovers commentary, and they were, it was all good, well and good, and all that. Second half, I was listening to the Charlton commentary, and they were praising Buckley. And then when you hear an opposition team praise a player, then you got something pretty special, and we do in Buckley picking up. And he's such a youngster and a coveted little youngster as well. So I'm very lucky to have him as a Rovers player, because I know a lot of big clubs were sniffing around for him. Anyway, he got the opening goal, just like Sheffield Wednesday at home at Ewood Park, the day of the illustrious bit of paper. Buckley with the first goal, Tosin Adarabioyo with the second. But for today, we kept the clean sheet. Tosin's goal was a bit scrappy, no picture book goal there, but that does matter. It all count, and it just goes to show, we can win ugly. It wasn't really ugly, but an ugly couple of goals, or ugly goal anyway. But the 3 massive points. Just take a look at some stats here for you. 14 shots for Rovers. We were pretty decent today. 9 shots for Charlton. They weren't no slouches. I think they might. And Walton. What a phenomenal performance from Walton. Obviously, the goal scorers get all the credit, and Walton's clean sheet just goes under the woodwork. Nobody talks about it, but I'm going to talk about it. Some phenomenal world-class saves by Walton today. 3 or 4 bangers. And if flipping David De Gea or flipping, I don't know, some other Casillas or some other world quality goalkeeper made some saves like that Walton did today, they would be plastered all over the place. So if you haven't looked at that, wait for the highlights to come on if they're not up on already. The Walton save should be on there. They are absolute gem de la gems. Possession-wise, Rovers bossed it away from home, which is good to see. 52.8% possession for Rovers, 47.2% for Charlton, the host. Pass success rate, 76% for Rovers, so that means 76% of all our passes reached the intended target. 72 for the hosts. 4 corners apiece. They won the aerial duels. It was their day today with that. 18 battles compared to our 10. And they also had more tackles on the ground, 14 to 13. So let's take a look at those illustrious starting 11s. We had Phillips between the sticks for Charlton. Doughty, a nice little player. Youngster as well on the left-hand side. He's a right, nippy little bugger. Sarr, Pearce, Lockyer at the back 3. Matthews at the right back. Charlton started with 3 at the back. And I think that was probably their error today, because once they changed it up second half, they pulled one of them. I think Pearce was the one who got substituted. They added an extra man in midfield. There's a different Charlton second half, and definitely more lively first 10, 20 minutes of the second half. But ultimately, Rovers held out, and we took home the 3 points. Into midfield, Cullen, McGeady, and Davis was a 3-man midfield. No Turkish Oldtimer today, or Turkish Messi, or Turkish Dak. He had to set for a spot on the bench, but he didn't get any game time. Hemed as well, and of course La Taylor, with a couple of little belters, especially from free kicks. Today, and again, we had to thank Walton for his saves there on that one. As for Rovers, this was the starting 11. It was pretty savvy. Walton between the sticks, Bell, Adarabioyo, Lenihan and Nyambe. They are making those positions their own today, this season. Nyambe not really challenged at right back. Obviously, Williams could compete for centre back. Bennett could also compete for right back as well. And also Williams could compete for left back. But Bell has stepped up to the plate the past few games, and he's looking solid. I think he just needs a little bit more belief. And we might have a decent little left back on our hands. Tosin Adarabioyo is decent and cool and calm and collected, but he does have that little bit of the little bit of immaturity that does give me the heebie-jeebies sometimes. That he, I like him a little bit more composed, a little more settled down, and then we'll know that we've got a decent centre back. Travis obviously phenomenal as well into midfield. Johnson as well stepped it up today. He does get a little bit of grief from fans, including myself. And I did rate him. I rated him big time when we signed him. I thought, yeah, big boss man, midfielder. But he kind of been away. He's just been a bit rusty and a bit sluggish of late. But today he made really good passes, and he was that big boss man midfielder that we wanted to have at the start of the season. So it was great performance from him, especially in those shitty conditions. Buckley, we talked about him. I've talked about him already. Singing his praises. Did absolutely nothing wrong today. Even got himself a little bit of standing ovation. Well, I thought he definitely a good round of applause anyway from the travelling faithful. Downing again, been phenomenal. Really good quality, experienced head on his shoulders, and that's what we need. And Dominic Samuel did everything right except for put the ball in the back of the net today. Definitely a workman-like performance, and great to see him contribute as well. And Armstrong, unlucky. I think he just had a bit of an off day, Armstrong, but still causing them kind of problems. These are my match ratings. Walton with an 8, Bell with a 7, Adarabioyo with an 8 as well. Lenihan with a 7, Nyambe with a 7 as well. Travis with a 7, Johnson with a 7 again, Buckley with an 8, Down with a 6. I guess, yeah, I'm splitting hairs here. Dominic Samuel with an 8. Tremendous performance, and Armstrong with a 6. Now, what I've done here on the next graphic is I've actually already built my team, or started to build my team for Brentford. These guys, injury or anything stupid permitting in training in this week, these guys are nailed on for starting next week against Brentford down in London again. Obviously, Walton will go in goal, but I'm just saying these guys have nailed down their spots for me. The rest are still up for grabs. Obviously, Armstrong usually is, but these guys today were that good, and 4 out of 5 of them are flipping academy graduates. come through our youth system. We might have stolen them, like stole Travis from Liverpool. We stole someone else from somewhere else. Obviously, Samuel's not academy, but he's been with us for a couple of seasons. But you know what? These boys have come through the woodwork, the Brockhall and all that kind of good stuff. So it's great to see them coming through and shining for Rovers. And really getting the plaudits from the fans. Let's take a look at some other numbers here. We had actually 597 touches compared to Charlton's 530. 423 passes for Rovers. 368 for Charlton as well. Down the bottom there, you can see some of the shots as well. We actually had 14 shots. Just the 5 on target for Rovers, but 2 of them, most importantly, in the back of the net. Charlton had 9 shots today. 7 on target. There you go. That's the statistic that really kind of will kind of open up your eyes here to this result, because Walton had to make some tremendous saves to deny those as well. So big performance from Walton. He probably got man of the match as well in most people's eyes. And you know, for me, I kind of split it amongst everybody. It's a team effort. We also saw a cameo again from Chapman from the bench. Brereton and Bennett also made some cameos as well. Nothing really to get excited about from any of those substitutes, really. But yeah, tremendous performance. If you want to admire the stats, pause the screen here and admire it. These are all the shots and all that kind of good stuff. And this is the heat maps. And once again, it is that right-hand side that is always an avenue of joy for Rovers. It's what it gets a lot of traction, and it's down to Nyambi's. Vigour, energy down that right hand side. Anyway, folks, that's just a quick look at the numbers and the stats, and just a little bit what I've had to say. But what you want to know is what the gaffer had to say. Here he is, shortly after the final whistle, with his verdict on the 2-0 win against Charlton.
Well, I thought we dug deep today. I thought we played the elements as well as the opposition. I thought we started really well on the front foot and asked questions of them and tried to turn them around, and didn't get too wrapped up in trying to look sexy with the ball and play too much. We turned them around and we played speed at the top end of the pitch with Armstrong and Samuel, and it worked fine. I'm delighted for John Buckley, of course, but delighted for the likes of Dominic Samuel, delighted for Christian Walton, who made 1 or 2 great saves, and as I've said to you all week, I like our defenders. I think they got the job done today. It's what we talked about at half time, really managing this game, and you know, because if the stadium became alive, if they scored a goal, this 27,000 whatever there was in the stadium was going to ignite their team, and we tried to keep them quiet and dull it down a little bit, play forward, turn them around, which I thought we managed really well. I did think, listen, we should have been playing against 10 men and had a penalty early on, but it wasn't to be, but still, it doesn't matter standing here. We got a clean sheet, we got the 3 points. As we talked, because we had 2 bookings in the first half, we talked at half time about the bookings really, and let's make sure we, again, game management really, managing the game, take the sting out of a crowd. We've been to places when the crowd get wrapped up in the football match, it's really tough to stop a team's momentum when they're coming for you and playing forward and putting balls in your box and gambling the extra midfield player in, and they seem to have more men than you in the box. It was about trying to manage the game really, and I like the centre halves. I like them individually, I like them together. I think they complement each other. Tosin at times, I don't want to give him a shake, but he looks so composed. I think, whoa, maybe because I couldn't play like that, I suppose, and yet he has the quality to pick these passes and stand with the ball, wait for people to close him down and pass around them. And whereas Lenihan's more traditional, wants to head everything, wants to win every tackle, and they complement each other well, and it's standing the team in good stead at the moment. God, I feel as if I've been talking about that for 3 years to them, really. You have to find a way to win, and you know, we've got some really key injuries in our football club at the moment to some really key players, and yet we are trying to find a way to win, trying to find a way to play that helps the people we've got to put in the team, and I'm just delighted for them that, you know, that they are applying the tactics, and we're getting the benefits of winning football matches. You know, I can't even stand here and go reel through the literally 6 or 7 that would be probably starting in our team, unavailable to us today. But great for likes of Buckley to come and do what he does. I know we can see what he struggles with, and as he has to mature, and his body will become stronger as he gets older. But he has wonderful talent, and he's a very confident boy, and we try to get him between the lines. And I'm delighted he scored a goal today. But pleased for them all. Samuel's had basically 18 months out of football, really, and thought he worked really hard today. Full-backs did their jobs, and so happy enough. And Travis does what Travis does. He's got a broken hand at the moment, so he's playing in a bit of discomfort every time he hits the ground, but he is a warrior and he keeps going. Downing just brings a bit of class, and So yeah, let's just keep rolling and see where we go. Yeah, maybe. I think Williams has got a calf strain. O'Drew played for the 23s last night because we felt as if it's a long time since he's played any football, and it was he either sits on the bench here and doesn't get any game time, or he plays for the 23s and gets game time, and we try and get through the game with the defenders that we like. And we're great for Hayden to come along and sing his song, even though he was very poor on the dinner last night. But I think it's important, young players. We like Hayden Carter. He's big, he's strong, he's mobile, he passes it well, he wants to win every header. So he's earned his right to come along, and one of these days he might get a chance on the pitch, and then he has to grab it and take the opportunity.
Elsewhere, what about the fans on social media? Well, let's take a little look, actually. So, the BRFCS.com forum, and the Twitter account for them, said this: some real positives from today, especially but not exclusively. Walton, excellent, kept us in this throughout. Tosin, he gives him an emoji. Buckley looked ready today. Samuel playing for a contract, ? Armstrong revelling in the responsibility, and he gives him a round of applause. So yes, I'm backing him up there. Darren Coleman said this: get in. Tony and the boys continue to amaze us. With the injuries we have had, to be pushing like this is some achievement. You are making us proud each blooming week. I added the blooming. The one and only Deuce, obviously a friend of the channel, big friend of his, of course. Hashtag Rovers able to ride out a shaky start and even shakier officiating to take over this match and confidently lead 2-0. Thanks to Walton being in tremendous form. Charlton should be down to 10 men instead of find themselves with 12, with yet another horrendous display of officiating. Chris Martin, obviously forever vocal. Another day, another win. Very good performance. John Buckley is the championship's answer to Clarence Seedorf. Tosin Adarabioyo is magic. You know, Lionel Messi still has posters of Dominic Samuel on his bedroom wall. Do you love it to see it? Because I love to see it. Hashtag Rovers. Matt Southgate said this classic performance. Samuel worked his socks off. Buckley was everywhere, and Travis and Johnson was solid as you like. Great team effort. Anthony Braithwaite said this: best I've seen Rovers play all season. Phenomenal from the start till the last. Dom, Sam, Christian Walton were the best players on the pitch. We are going up. Steady now, bodies. Steady. I know we want to believe. I'm trying to not believe. Well, I want to believe. You know what I mean? It's too easy. It's too easy to fall down that rabbit hole and get hurt. Andy Peters said this: great performance from us today, from everyone today. 2 good goals, another clean sheet. What more can you ask on a Saturday? Safe journey home to just over £2,000 that travelled down. Neil Yardley on the old microphone. Quality away performance from Rovers and fully deserved the 3 points. Some effort given all in the injuries. Thought Waltz made 2 huge saves at key times, and Dom Sam led the line superbly. Tosin Adarabioyo is magic, and John Buckley is going to be a player. On we go. John said this: consistent performance from all players. I liked it a lot. We control most of the game and create finishing situations. A team very organised by Mowbray. Come on. Real Rover won. Said this: fantastic performance of late. Really seen players develop given their chances. Credit to Tony Mowbray. He is the best manager this club has seen in the last 2 decades, without a doubt. That's a huge claim right there. Dave Shepherd said this: big game next week. Win and we are in the playoffs. We'll confirm that in a second. In the playoffs position before 3 p.m. Okay, I see where you're going. And Matt Southgate, again, it's deja vu. Class performance. Samuel with socks off. Buckley was everywhere. Travis Johnson. So it's just like I said that just like 2 seconds ago. But I'll allow it because it was pretty tip tops. That's what the fans have been saying. Of course, the Blackburn Rovers. Let's chuck this one in. They chuck this bad boy in. The roses are red, Rovers in grey. Bucko and Tosin make it 6 wins away. That's a belter right there. Put it on your Valentine's next week. That's right. So this is what the championship games took place this past weekend. Obviously, never ending with the championship. It was Friday night. It was 8-goal barnstormer. You can't write this script, folks. 4-4 in the end. A game looked like Hull City had won it, then they looked like they'd thrown it away, and then they managed to save themselves a point. Same could be said for West Brom. It looked like it was going one way, then it went back the other way, and it ended up being a point. So 4-4 for Hull City against Swansea, a 2-2 between West Brom and Forest. Leeds 1-0 winners over Bristol City. They were the one. Rovers and Leeds were the only 2 teams in the top 10, I think, to win today. So good result for Rovers, and it's good results that have kind of given us a bit of belief. Cardiff 2-2 in the end over Wigan. Birmingham 1, Brentford 1, another draw. A lot of draws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws out of these first 6 games. Derby won, Huddersfield won as well. What's gone wrong at Sheffield Wednesday? Gary Monk's boys are absolutely shit at the moment. 3-0 win for Reading away. Obviously, the game of the weekend was at the Valley. It was a 2-0 win for Rovers. We talked about it all day, all through this video. Fulham, what a shit show that is. 3-0 loss to Barnsley at home. Goodness me, everyone's given a bit of this for Scotty Parker, and then he flipping throws this bad boy away. They could have had top 2. Could have easily banked it. And Preston, what are they doing? Losing at home to Millwall, 1-0 in the end. I think that's a good result for Millwall as well. Luton, again, back-to-back wins for them. Beat Sheffield Wednesday last time out, picking up an away win against Middlesbrough. It's all getting nitty-gritty down the bottom, and QPR beating Stoke to throw them in the rat's nest. What's going on? This is the table as it stands. West Brom lead the way, 4 points clear of Leeds in second. And then it's a huge open buffet right now. Leeds are in second, Fulham are in third, Brentford fourth, Forest fifth, Preston sixth. Rovers are in 8th. We'll take a look. We'll talk about that in a second. Down the bottom, it's Barnsley, Luton and Wigan going down as it stands. But it is, I'd still say, Middlesbrough down are still in the old dogfight right now for relegation, I'd say. So from 18th downwards, they're still in it. 13 games left, folks. Just 13 games left. That is 39 points on the board. So, yeah. As for Rovers, somebody said win. So we played Brentford. Okay, so yes, if we do win, we would go in there. We would go in there. Preston are the target. Obviously, they've got the same goal difference as us, and a win would give us an extra plus. It'd be plus 11 or something like that, and then that would be enough to get us in there. So yes, technically, but let's just enjoy where we are. I think what my aim right now is, if we can still be in the conversation come Easter time, because when Easter comes around, there's another shitload of fixtures there, and it will get a little nitty gritty, and hopefully we can just still be in the conversation. Yeah, so look at that 8th spot. It's looking good right now. It is looking good. But I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know where we're going with this one. Is Brentford next, though? A win against Brentford at their place, up against David Raya. We took him on earlier, and we had the better laugh last time out. But can we get a little bit of luck this time around next weekend? All eyes will be on it as well. It's early kickoff Saturday. So, yeah, let's take a look at those games anyway. Next weekend it is Derby against Fulham. All eyes on that one on Friday night. Big game for Fulham, big game for Derby. Wayne Rooney's Derby to get themselves back into thick things. Obviously, then it is Brentford, Blackburn Rovers. Last time we're going to play Brentford in their old stomping ground. Could it be the last time we play them in the Championship for a little bit? One of us could... Whoa, easy, Tiger. Bristol City up against West Brom. Another banger right there. West Brom, if they can keep winning and put Bristol City on the stomping ground, you know what? That's another chance for us to get in. Bristol City, they're 7th. Yep, if they lose that. Woo. Swansea City against Huddersfield, Wigan against Millwall, Barnsley against Borough. Big game that is for Barnsley. Birmingham against Sheffield Wednesday, Forest against QPR, Preston against Hull, Charlton against Luton, Stoke against Cardiff, Leeds against Reading. Goodness gracious me, where's Forest? Forest against QPR. Yeah, that's difficult. Well, that's your lot, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you do, smash the subscribe. New videos every single day on the channel. Whether it is Rovers, whether it's FIFA, whether it's predictions, wherever it is. We got it all here under one Roski. Now, before you go, make sure you check out the old description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. Twitter's in there, boys and girls. You could be the one that pushes me over 1,000 followers. I've been looking at this number for years. I'd love to get to 1,000 followers. So if you are on Twitter and you want to kept up to date with not just Rovers but other football chit chat, this is the place to be, boys and girls. And if you want to join the exclusive VIP gang of Patreons, just like Mitchell Shone this past week, just like LG and Cow at the start of the week, Constable 1976, Aztec Marky B Mark, John Spurn, Tom Clark, Tom Beresford. If you want to join that exclusive gang, this is the place to be as well. The link is in the description. You can join for as little as $1 a month, or you could go a little bit nutso, a little bit wild this Valentine's weekend. And you know what? Send a little love my way, or send a little love the channel's way. And for those guys that have been on the old Patreon, I'm going to be a bit more active on that next week. So I've not messaged you yet because it's just been a whirlwind. I've had the teeth out. I've got visitors right now, and they're in my studio. So I will be back, and we'll talk about the Patreon a bit more and the content and all that. All the little perks and privileges will be alive and electric very, very soon. But anyway, I've been very, very happy with this result. It's been tip tops. We go again though next week up against Brentford. Give me your thoughts and opinions about the game, about Rovers season. Can we do it, folks? Can we? Should we dare to dream? But anyway, I'll see you all very, very soon. Preview for the Brentford game probably early next week. I hope hoping to have Europa League football live predictions Sunday. Was meant to be today, but it's just not happening. And so I'll see you all again. Bang your thumbs up, bang your subscribe. I'll see you. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date. All things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.